Do you think safaris are fun and safe joyrides into the wild? Well, think twice, because most animals hate it when humans invade their habitats. From rhinos flipping safari jeeps to big felines hijacking cars to attack the tourists inside, here are 12 safari trips that went horribly wrong. Number 12. Rhinos. This rhino wasn't just content with tackling a vehicle once. No, it kept making it bounce up and down by pushing its muffler with its horn, scaring the tourists inside. They also couldn't risk getting out of the vehicle, otherwise the territorial rhino might decide to attack them up front instead. And to further prove why you should stay away from rhinos, this black rhino had a bad case of road rage and charged straight into a jeep full of tourists, knocking it onto the side. Luckily, no one was hurt. But if you were wondering what a fully enraged rhino can do to a car, look no further than this clip. With just one charge, it flipped it over like a domino and kept up its relentless assault, rolling it through the grass, breaking its roof and all of its windows. Number 11. Tigers. Getting out of your car while there's a hungry feline roaming around is never a good idea. Unfortunately, the tiger dragged this woman off as soon as she got out, which prompted her family to try and save her. At least this other tiger is just attacking a car, but gosh, look at its strength. With just its mouth, it's able to pull back an SUV like a child's Hot Wheels car. Number 10. Leopard. And following up on big cats, this lightning-fast leopard jumped out of an abandoned home and leapt at a van with its claws out, even ripping off part of a window. It turns out this leopard had already attacked 13 people just that day, but at least these passengers weren't hurt. Number 9. Hippos. This hippo had a bone to pick with this safari truck, charging at it from a long distance until it scared away the driver and its tourists. Lesson learned: never invade a wild hippo's home on your own. This hippo was already wary of the safari vehicle the second he spotted it on the road. And then, surprise! Hippos are faster than most people give them credit for, and these guys only escaped because they reacted quick enough. Number 8. Elephants. These tourists were in for the scare of their lives when a wild elephant nearly tipped over their safari jeep by tackling it with all its might. It took them a while to finally recover from the attack. Next up, this African bull elephant pushed this truck around with as much ease as one waves around a rag doll before retreating, narrowly avoiding hurting one of its passengers. Meanwhile, this angry wild elephant rammed a safari jeep so hard that it broke its tusk. With enough strength to break the jeep into pieces, these passengers got lucky. The elephant lost interest after losing the tusk. Number 7. Lions. These lions latched onto the back of the car, seeing the tourists inside as easy prey. But the car outran them before they could make an attempt to break inside. This other lioness even managed to open a car door with its mouth, almost getting inside, if it weren't for the tourists slamming the door shut right after. And let's not even bring up how this man underestimated the power of a lion, causing it to drag him away and ravage him. We just wonder why this man was allowed in the cage in the first place. And for some contrast, here's a clip of a lion boarding a safari car full of tourists and actually letting himself be pet by the passengers. When treated with respect, even the big cats will reciprocate. Number 6. Buffaloes. Next up, this other buffalo was already being chased by a pack of lions, with one even being latched onto its back. But it still had the time to smash straight into a safari car to chase them away. A smart strategy, and one that allowed him enough time to get away safely. Call it road rage or just straight up foolishness, But these tourists slowed down to watch the buffaloes for far too long, causing this buffalo to go ahead and head smash the rear side panel of this Kia, even lifting one wheel off the ground. Number 5. Bears. This black bear climbed on top of a safari car, surprising the passengers. The two children inside reacted with excitement, but the mother was obviously scared that the bear was going to find its way inside. Thankfully, it lost interest quickly. Similarly, these two bears at Yellowstone climbed up on top of this car, scaring its passengers as they wondered how to escape from this pair of apex predators. Number 4. Bison. Docile as they may look, bisons are still territorial and will attack anything that threatens their space. These tourists wandered too close and irritated it enough that it charged at them. This kid was in for a bad time after it poked its head out to greet a wild bison, who greeted him back with a horn attack. A bison stampede is never a good parking spot, as this family learned the hard way. After most of the bison narrowly dodged their car, this one charged so hard into it that it shattered its windshield. Number 3. Crocodiles. These tourists did not expect a saltwater crocodile wandering so close to their boat tour. The tour guide was well equipped with a wooden pole to pull him away in case of an emergency, but it still scared some of the onlookers anyway. Number 2. Cheetahs. This family learned to respect wild cheetahs much more, as the big cats closed in on the mom holding her child. She had to retreat back to the family's van to prevent a tragedy. This man had to freeze in place for 10 minutes just to survive a surprise cheetah invasion of his safari car. While small, these felines were completely capable of disfiguring the man with their sharp claws, so it was a good call to not startle them until they lost interest. Likewise, this safari tour was frozen in its tracks after a trio of cheetahs lodged themselves onto their safari car, with one of them even sitting in front of the windshield. At least these guys weren't hungry, for that would have meant a bad time for the tourists. Number 1. Giraffes. No one expects giraffes to attack safaris, but this one got a little too close to this safari truck, almost outrunning the vehicle at one point. This Range Rover was already damaged on its own until it accidentally drew the anger of this wild giraffe, causing it to attack it with its head. This other clip shows just how scarily fast giraffes can be. This giraffe majestically chased these tourists in their Jeep for several minutes, until they managed to elude it. If these videos don't prove that animals are best left alone in their territories, we don't know what will. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more videos of incredible animals, check out this video of 12 hippo encounters that will definitely shock you.